did Punjab manage to win this? Only they answered this. Absolutely fabulous for Hyderabad. 6.1 overs, 56 for none. But after that, it was an absolutely box office story. The way Punjab made a comeback, they have scripted another historic comeback. 4 out of 4 now. What a winning streak it is. They are now riding a huge wave of confidence. And of course, to discuss this match, to discuss this fabulous, humongous, majestic turnaround, I have with me Vedant. What about this game, Vedant?
Ecstasy turned into agony, to be very honest. That penultimate over by Chris Jordan will go down in the history of IPL. What a over it was. Absolutely sensational. 2 wickets, just 3 runs. It scripted a beautiful story for Punjab. Just see the smile on KL Rahul's face. How happy is Preeti Zinta? And if you score 126 and the other side has already scored 50 odd runs and hasn't lost a wicket, and then you make a comeback like this, it is equal to phenomenal. Just wow.
Unbelievable scenes out there. At one point, they were absolutely down and out. They were not into the game at all when David Warner and Jonny Bairstow were at the crease. But they've just stolen this game. They have stolen this game from the jaws of defeat. They had absolutely no chance after the power play when they conceded so many runs off the bats of the openers. But then this comeback, I think we'll be talking about this match for a long, long time now. Just 126 on the board. Nobody thought that this would prove to be enough, but Punjab has proved all of them wrong. Even after such a horrible start with the ball in hand, they were able to clinch this match from the jaws of defeat again. What a match! I think Punjab stay afloat, they stay alive, and they are on their way to that playoff spot. Maybe just now, 3 games to go. Can they? Can they do it by the barest of margins? I can't wait for that, honestly. Next match for Punjab will be on Monday, of course. That is against Kolkata. It will be another humdinger, another cliffhanger, I think. Let's wait for that one. But before that, let's continue with today's game, Vedant.
Absolutely, yeah, you are absolutely right to say that match between Punjab and Kolkata will also decide the fortunes for both these sides, because Kolkata is also doing well. They have already registered 12 points and they are currently occupying the fourth position on the points table. When you look at Punjab now, they will be jumping to fifth position and saying a goodbye to Hyderabad, Rajasthan, and Chennai, because now the chances of a team qualifying at 14 is looking a little slim now, because both the teams are performing really well. That means that probably you can expect a team to qualify even at 16. And you can see David Warner's face. He know that something of this sort has been produced by Punjab that they will be remembering for a long, long time. Because if you have somebody like David Warner in your side, you have Jonny Bairstow, Manish Pandey, Vijay Shankar, and then you are not able to score 126, then it's a big question mark. And what was Priyamgar doing there? I think he needs to show that he can bat. You were under 19 captain for India. Scoring 3 is not what we expect from you. Again, Rashid Khan played a loose shot. Jason Holder played a loose shot. I think they had to be there. They had to score for their team. I think at one stage it looked like they need just they need to score run probably 1 run on every delivery, but it did not happen.
They required run a ball at one moment, and as you correctly mentioned, the big players had to step up today. They did start well. It was an absolutely blistering opening partnership between Jonny Bairstow and David Warner, but after that, it was an absolute downride. It was an absolute downfall. Even Hyderabad themselves would be perplexed. What have we done? How have we managed to lose this? Because it was definitely, without a doubt, their game to lose at one point. They were halfway there, almost. They were 65 odd runs inside the seventh or eighth over. And to lose this game from there, a lot of questions will be pointed, a lot of fingers will be pointed at the team members, the captain, the management as well. How did they manage to let this match out of their grip? neither can we understand, neither they also won't be able to understand how has this happened. It was genuinely their game to lose, and they have let it go.
Absolutely, I totally agree to it because they had to win this game 126. I think bowlers did all what was required to restrict a side like Punjab for a low score. And then it was all about Hyderabad. And then Hyderabad batsmen had to score some runs. And as Yuvraj rightly mentioned, I think David Warner did well. Jonny Bairstow was also able to score some runs. But what happened thereafter? You're batting somebody like Priyam Garg at number 7, and you are batting Jason Holder. Abdul Samad is coming up the order. It looked like that probably you need 30 of 12 deliveries to send somebody like Abdul Samad ahead of a proper batsman in form of Priyam Garg. Why Priyam Garg wasn't sent ahead of Abdul Samad? That's the question.
They,
That's the
they,
question.
they actually required less than a runner ball at one point, less than a strike rate of 100 they required. And then it wasn't needed. Why was this experiment done? You're absolutely right. Abdul Samad wasn't required there. It wasn't warranted at all. It was actually the perfect situation for Priyam Garg, for someone like Priyam Garg to come in, because this is why he's in the team, to steady the ship. That's what he does well. But when he was actually required, his services were needed, you kept him out of the batting order. I really didn't understand that. Jason Holder was sent in because runs were required. A powerful hitter was required. That is pretty much understandable. But sending Abdul Samad when you required maybe around
It was
60
runnable.
runs,
It was almost runnable.
60 of 68, 69 deliveries, even less than a runner ball. Then you're sending someone like Abdul Samad. He's a very efficient batsman, he is. But when you know for a fact that someone like Priyam Gar can do the job better at that point than Abdul Samad, it is again a bad decision from the management. Maybe they wanted to give some game. Uh, I think
Yeah,
what happened
absolutely
was,
right.
uh, I know exactly what happened right now. They were like, this game is in the bag for us. It's in
Correct.
our kitty. We can't. Of course, we won't lose from here. Let's send one of our 18-year-olds in and give him a chance to bat. Go out there, enjoy yourself, and bat out the whole match and give us a winning performance. But the exact opposite
And
happened.
trust me on this, they will not agree to this. They will say that we were seeing it from a team combination and everything. But we know, we also have been analyzing this game for quite some time now to understand why they did this. And now it's time to look at the scorecard. I'm waiting to see this scorecard, how good this looked like. Hyderabad captain David Warner won the toss and asked KL Rahul's men to go out there and bat and probably put some runs. KL Rahul was joined in with a new opening partner in form of Mandeep Singh. What an innings by Mandeep Singh, Yuvraj. I want to speak about this guy for a moment. 17 of 14, it will look like that he hasn't scored runs. But let me tell everyone who is watching our live today, he lost his father yesterday. And playing an innings after his father's demise yesterday, scoring those 17 runs, being in the field, catching, just dismissing Jason Holder, enjoying that ecstasy, being around the team. That's Mandeep Singh for you. So big. I think he has earned my respect. He has earned the respect of his family members. I think his father will be very, very happy, giving him all the blessings which are required. And I think Mandeep Singh will be very, very happy with scoring 17 or 14. Now, coming back and looking at the scorecard, Yuvraj, KL Rahul, the captain, scored 27 of 27 deliveries, 2 boundaries, and a 6. Chris Gale, 20 of 20, took a lot of deliveries but couldn't get going. 2 boundaries and a 6. Nicholas Puran was the highest run scorer for the side, 32 of 28 deliveries. Glenn Maxwell, once again, another failure for you. 12 of 13 deliveries. Deepak Huda couldn't open his account. Chris Jordan, the beauty. We will talk about you in the bowling segment because you haven't done much in the batting. But of course, at the end of it, Punjab was able to score 126 runs for the loss of 7 wickets. Hyderabad's bowling was 1 to watch. Sandeep Sharma, 4 overs, 29, and picking 2 important wickets, of course, Mandeep Singh and Glenn Maxwell. Khalil Ahmed was a little expensive, but I think 4 overs, 31 for no. I think you will take that figures. And then, of course, Jason Holder seems to be doing really well. 5 wickets in 2 games. I think it has been a very, very impressive performance by him. Rashid Khan, you expect something of this sort. We were also talking about Rashid Khan in the pre-show, that he is that guy who will probably give you 1 or 2 wickets. That's for sure. He did it again. 4 overs, 14 runs. Just 14 runs in a T20 game. That's absolutely sensational. And picking 2 important wickets, of course, of KL Rahul, the big one, and of course, dismissing Deepak Huda for a duck. Then, of course, when you look at Hyderabad's scorecard, you will see and say, what went wrong? Because David Warner scored 35 of 20 deliveries, Jonny Bairstow 19 of 20, Manish Pandey did well as well, 15 of 29, consumed a lot more in deliveries, but I think that was required then. But after that, all single digits. If I keep aside Vijay Shankar, 7530000. It looks like it's my mobile number. It's not, so don't call on that. And then, of course, Punjab's bowling card. Wow, Arshdeep Singh, 3 wickets for him. Chris Jordan, 3 wickets for him. And I think they both have scripted a beautiful game. And I think if Punjab will look back and see their 13-year-old record, I think this will go down as one of the most memorable games in their Indian T20 League career. And then, of course, the result, we all know Punjab won the game by 12 runs. And I have a happy man with me, Yuvraj. He's so happy that Punjab
Definitely.
has finally registered a win. Now the single digit turns into a double digit, and probably, you never know, they might do something special which Bangalore did in 2016, Yuvraj.
They're playing like a proud team now because they have that confidence now. After losing so many games, to win 4 games consecutively, it's like climbing Mount Everest because they were down and out. They were absolutely down and out, and to pick yourselves up from there, because I think they knew somewhere in their heart that they've played good cricket. They knew that they haven't played bad cricket. So that's why I think they knew that they had it in them to win games. And now that they've got the confidence back, they're not ready to let go, I think. And if they're able to win all their remaining matches, I think it'll be brilliant to watch. With that, I think we should also look at the best tweets of the game. Must be interesting. Must be have to be interesting after today's game. So Vishesh Roy says no captain can ever give the excuse of injury to their main players. Just look at Warner. He's a top captain, according to me, knows how to utilize his resources and bring the best out of them. What do you have to say about this, Vedant?
I think this is more targeted towards Mayank Agarwal, to be very honest with you. That keeping aside somebody like Mayank Agarwal, who was doing well, an injury happened to him, and then they kept aside and Mandeep Singh opened. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't have any say on this.
We can't say anything because we don't know what the extent
How
of that
serious the injury is.
what is the intensity of that injury. If we knew, if it was a small short niggle, but because Mayank Agarwal is a really vital batsman for them, and Mandeep Singh did a good job opening the innings, but still Mayank Agarwal's services are vital. If we knew, if we had information about the extent of his injury, then we would have known. So this tweet is
But even then,
rendered.
Yuvraj, I think Mayank Agarwal is a player who would never sit out if the injury is not serious. And he would not want to. He's doing so well in the tournament. Third highest run scorer in Indian T20 League. He seems to be doing so well. Why would he want to miss a game? I think the injury is severe.
Yeah, you got this wrong, I think. Second tweet is by first tweet was by Vishesh Roy. Second tweet is by Dev Jyoti Sanyal. Bishnoi appears to be a more confident bowler from when he started in the first match. He will have a lot of rich experience at a young age to grow further as a spinner. He's bang on regarding this because he's seen the ups and downs in this tournament. He started really well. 4 or 5 games were really good for him, but then he saw a not so great period for him where he didn't pick wickets and was also going for some runs. But he's again made a good comeback, and along with Murugan Ashwin, these two are a really, really bright spark for Punjab at the moment. Even for the Indian team, not just regarding this Punjab outfit. so many Indian talents have come up. Now the selectors will have a good, nice headache, a good, nice selection headache, I think.
Absolutely. I think Ravi Bishnoi is somebody you will be seeing in Indian colors very, very soon. I've seen this guy very closely. He happened to work in the academy. He lives in Jodhpur, and he practices in an academy which is very, very close to
Lot of guys from Rajasthan this season, whether it's Akash, whether it's Akash Singh,
Kamlesh
whether it's
Nagarpuri,
Ravi Bishnoi, Kamlesh
Khalil
Nagarpuri, so
Ahmed,
many, Khalil Ahmed, so many guys
Mahipal
from
Mansoor.
Mahipal Lomro. It's a Rajasthan fest at the moment. Yeah,
Yeah, but Rajasthan seems to be doing not that well.
that is a different story, of course.
Absolutely. And now it's time to look at the last segment of the day, and that is, of course, let's look at the points table and make the Punjab fans happy. So they have climbed to the fifth position now, and if you are watching TV simultaneously to our live, you will see that KL Rahul seems to be the happiest man after this win. It is also impacting in a good way to their net run rate. It's now minus 0.103. That's a very, very good sign. After losing five consecutive games, winning four consecutive, it's absolutely sensational from Punjab. Now it will be very, very interesting to see because Hyderabad cannot have 16 points. Maximum they can earn is 14. Similar is the case with Rajasthan, and Chennai, unfortunately, is now out of contention for the playoffs for the first time in the history of Indian T20 League.
Wow, that is some statement. I think we didn't expect that we'll hear this. That Chennai are out of contention for the playoffs for the next stage of the tournament, but it has happened, and they've dominated for a long time. But they looked really rusty this season, and they didn't play good cricket, to be honest. But the name attached to this Chennai franchise is so big that, as even a non-Chennai fan, you'd want them to perform because of the name they've gathered, because of the reputation they have. So sad times for the Yellow Army and their fans as well.
But happy time for the Punjab as they register their fourth consecutive win, winning the game by, of course, a good margin. And tomorrow, another double header, another big, big day. Bangalore playing against Chennai, Virat Kohli up against Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and the second match is, of course, of Rajasthan playing against Mumbai. They would be looking for a win. If they don't win, they are also out of the contention. You can still make it. You never know. You might probably occupy that fourth position with 14 points. You need to keep the heart pumping. You need to see that things can happen for you, and you never know. So I think the idea for Rajasthan should be to go out there, express themselves, win the game, capture those 2 points, and move forward. It will be a very, very interesting day, and we will be bringing you all the action. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching Sports Tiger 240 tomorrow. Until then, have a good night and take care of yourself. Goodbye from me and Yuvraj.